The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
So we're about 11 minutes away from 8 a.m. The song scramble coming up with Green Day, Pumpkins, Rancid, Linda Linda's. Can be any of those in a three-song combination. You figure it out, and you're going to see Green Day at Wrigley Field. And as we bring on a very special guest here, Ben, you like Green Day, Ben?
I do.
Oh, maybe we just give you the tickets and move on.
Okay, well, what's not to like?
Maybe the Dolton mayor can buy some for you.
Using some of the Dolton funds to buy Green Day tickets. So Ben Bradley from WGN, the 4 p.m. news anchor, investigative reporter for WGN News, gave us just a gem yesterday on the show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we're so honored you joined us today. I appreciate you.
I mean, when a story breaks through to Q101, you know it's big.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Such journalism integrity here. It's just really...
It's the highest of the high,
Just a real quick piece of the audio again when the Dolton mayor talking about her and the corruptness. There's this end of piece when you asked her about Las Vegas. We have to play that piece of audio again just right now real quick.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Ben, this is a gem.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing that for the rest of our lives. When someone comes to ask us a question, they're gonna go, I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't a particularly hard question, and it's one she had to know was coming. I think that's what really stunned me about her response. We had been looking into Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard for weeks, if not months, and through the Freedom of Information Act, we got the credit card charges that the village and Thornton Township, where she double dips as the supervisor of Thornton Township, collecting 2 taxpayer-funded salaries. We got those credit card charges, and there was a lot of stuff there that you would be surprised to see, from meals at steakhouses to trips to hotel rooms. And the record keeping isn't great. So we tried to dig into it a little bit more. And unfortunately for Mayor Henyard, or Supervisor Henyard, depending on which hat she's wearing at the moment, some of the charges actually listed her. And when you see a $3,000 airfare charge to Las Vegas with her name on it, you know she wasn't flying coach.
Listen, these flights, though, they're outrageous right now. Come on, Ben. Come on.
Yeah, fuel costs.
This is where you're a better person than me. This is why you're an investigative reporter, though, because I was on those chargers and went, oh, I know who I'm about to friend on Facebook. This is a golden opportunity.
Look, I think the public would be shocked to know how much traveling elected officials in general, from a governor to a mayor to a county board member, do. And they do it under the guise, in this case, the Las Vegas trip was reportedly for a conference among shopping center owners. So I guess she could have said, and the answer we thought we were going to get was, well, I was there trying to recruit, businesses and shopping centers to Dolton or Thornton Township. Of course, the natural follow-up is, well, did we get any? And we don't know the answer to that.
We got a Jimmy John's coming in or anything? What do we got? What do we got out of this trip? Oh, my God.
What'd you say?
I said, we got a Jimmy John's coming, maybe? Or what are we going to get out of this trip to Vegas that cost $100,000?
Well, I think the return on investment, if all you got is a Jimmy John's, is a little suspect. The other interesting moment, I know you guys talked about it yesterday, was just the ease with which she didn't come clean about easily provable stuff, like how much she makes. Between her salary with Dolton and her salary with Thornton Township, she's clearing more than $280,000 a year. And when I kind of simply said that from the context of, so should taxpayers also be paying for all your meal, all this stuff?
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't make that much money.
I got to admit, double dipping sounds amazing, getting 2 salaries. You know, just some
she's living our dream, Ben. We have more questions.
And she's not the only one. Next door in Cal City, the mayor there is also a state representative. I mean, it happens more often than you think. I think they would argue that, well, they're taking the needs of their town and their region then to their other elected host as well. But I grew up 2 towns away from Dolton, so the story hits close to home. And this is a community that has struggled for a long time. I think the median income is like $24,000 a year. And this elected official, through her 2 jobs, makes, almost $300,000. Plus, she's spending a lot of money on things that you and I couldn't expense to our companies. Like, let me know how Q101 takes it if you guys go to Ruth's Chris.
Oh, good Lord.
We can't even get Jimmy John's, Ben. I gotta be honest with you. I gotta level with you.
Well, maybe there'll be a new one opening in Dolton that
we can visit.
I'll give you an example. Case the producer lost his card to enter the building once. He had to pay $25.
I thought it was like a practical joke. I was like, you see me every day. Like, no, $25 in cash right
I'll
here.
give you one better. At WGN, we have to go request pens and notepads, and they hand them out like one at a time.
Oh my God!
The glamour of big city journalism, huh?
You gotta go work for your girl. What are you doing over here?
I don't think she'll be hiring me.
Yeah, Dalton's got to have a podcast down there you can do, and she'll probably pay you like $800,000 a year.
She actually has a crazy media operation. Like, she's playing highlights like she's Stephen Colbert during the Village Board meeting.
She's doing TikTok dances, man.
I mean, she dances. She does. Like, it is wild. But it's also sad because they're not paying their bills in Dolton because the trustees who are against her say, hey, we don't trust what you're submitting for us to pay. And it's not just credit cards. So then the tree trimming doesn't get done. Sidewalks don't get repaired. So there's a huge effect. It's easy for us to laugh, but there's a huge effect on that community.
Oh, absolutely. And
for sure.
That's why Ben Bradley gets to the case. It's make sure you follow Ben Bradley TV on Twitter and follow him on Instagram, too, and WGN News. Is there a follow-up coming to this to close this out, or are you just going to keep on the case, or where are we at with this?
We have already submitted new Freedom of Information requests, so the reporting continues.
I cannot wait to see the next segment on the Dolton mayor down there. Because like you said, it was pure comedy. We laughed so hard on what was going on in there. But it is an area that needs this to be resolved, as Illinois and Chicago got voted, number 1 in corruption, political corruption in the country.
Here's the thing. The story is laughable in the sense that it's so outrageously bad.
Yes.
That it's like, what is going on? So we appreciate you bringing attention to it and then letting us use it also for our benefit.
Yes.
Brian and Kenzie, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much, Ben. And keep listening for those Green Day tickets, okay?
I'll submit it right now.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.